Oh, welcome back to Stargirl. It's been a while. I apologize. I don't know why it took so long, but I did. Um, actually, well, no. Tangent. I've been rewatching season one. Still holds up. I think there's definitely a noticeable change in quality after season one, but like the writing's consistent, choreography, acting, all that stays the same. It's more just like the production wise, like how it's shot and filmed mainly. Last time, we got a quick recap. The thief got confirmed that Cindy was the one who shot the gambler. Unfortunately, well, she didn't shoot him. She stabbed him, right? She killed him. She has the laptop. We knew that for a while. I believe Sylvester is like still coming to terms with who he is and everything like that. And we're trying to rehabilitate him, yada yada. As far as like what they just showed here in the recap, Cameron is like, yeah, Courtney's like working on Cameron, um, and I'm sure I'll think of something else during the episode, and if not, it's fine. Let's just get in this episode and see what happens. I didn't even say what this is called. This is the Betrayal. Um, so I'm very scared about that. I don't know if, like, I don't know, like, I don't think Cindy has bad intentions, but also who else could betray them? You know, I don't know who else has like the power to be deceptive or like, you know. Oh shit. She should just tell them that she's turning or something. I don't know. Like I feel like we're too deep in now, but this is so fucking loud also. Is this Rick? Because he has his super strength now. Yeah, that's another thing. He fucking took out the inhibitor limiter thing. No, he's okay. I was like, why is he timing himself? I forgot he's an hour man. I not the bar bending. He's gonna be addicted to the power. I already know this trope. I know this trope. And somebody's watching. Like, what does he want, Mr. Bones? It has to be him. Who else could it be? What does he want? A puzzle, bitch? What the fuck is happening? What is that? What am I supposed to be seeing here?
Especially sinners.
Well, that was a good save.
Sinners. I'm asking forgiveness for what I'm about to do.
God damn it, Yolanda. Now what the hell are you doing out here?
I still don't understand how you know all this.
Right. Girl, you need to tell him something.
My coach told me the same thing. On the gymnastics team back in
Okay,
California.
good. Gymnastics, yeah. Is there a statue of his dad or something? Or his mom? Dad.
That's my dad.
Of course it is. Courtney! Like, I get it. He's a more recent death in the family, but don't you care about your mom too?
What if she doesn't eat sugar? Well, then she can eat the flowers. And if she doesn't like the flowers, well, we'll...
Cindy, whatever your name is, Mike.
Please,
That's so dumb.
Ah, my good lady. The young all-stars bring you offerings.
Young All Stars, that's what it is, okay.
No.
She'll know she's busted. She might run. There's still a chance Dragon King's a part of this. Or someone else.
Good, Sylvester. Not jumping to conclusions, we love that.
Love can cloud your judgment. Her eyes might not be as wide open as we think. I just want her to be safe.
Right.
Good. I love that Barbara's thinking so much about this.
What you have to do then?
I
So boss about it.
Grandma. Grandma's about to go off
Special hat.
all the time.
Well,
Barbara.
what Barb means is thanks. Thank you. She's a good kid, you're right.
What are you doing here?
Messy.
Hi.
Oh my god, it's so fucking messy.
What do you say? What do you know?
Also, in my rewatch of season 1, I realized Zeke was a character in season 1. He just didn't become prominent until season 2, which is awesome because I thought they like just added a new character. But no, he was there. He was in a couple episodes.
It's meant to be, boys. Trust me. It'll be.
That wasn't helpful to what they needed.
Well, that was a waste of time.
I thought it was interesting.
We should get going.
I love the distinction. Like, Grandpa's just like, we need to just get these people out of here. And Grandma's like, kill them.
Wish you
Don't know.
I love old people, but they scare the hell out of me.
Grandma! Do they even have names? Like, I just call them Grandma and Grandpa because I really don't know. Oh my god. Even here? Bruh. Do they have drones? What is this? How does he have literally everywhere they are? I'm assuming it's supposed to be a skull. I don't really know what's happening here, but...
Your father and I couldn't seem to get through.
So we came home.
So he came
Did
home.
you really block us?
Beth, that's not the answer. I get the sentiment, but like, you can't just shut them out completely. You need to like have a normal relationship with your family.
Right.
It goes back to what Mike and Jakim were talking about. Now everyone can't trust each other or talk to each other.
Am I screwing this up?
But she has a different situation, okay?
But my parents suck.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you for clarifying, Yolanda. Ma'am. She really tried peeking at the letter. Oh. But also, enough! Enough! I'm tired of them. Remember, it's episode 6. We haven't gotten a fight scene. I'm scared. So she just has another laptop. Or what? What's happening?
And I still can.
Too late.
Oh, shit. Ooh. Cindy's bedroom always getting fucked up. No. Yolanda's in the wrong here. The girls are fighting. Coordinate! Coordinate! Is this our man? Oh my god. Rick. No one asked you to come here. Shit. See, she didn't even pull out the spike until now. Like, that's how much she doesn't want to fight you guys. Or hurt you guys. Come on. Good fight scene, though. I like this one better than the Crocs, kind of. Maybe?
Almost missed it.
Let her
It wasn't
transform,
Dragon
or
King's DNA.
explain.
It was yours.
I don't know if it triggered this or if it was always going to happen. I don't know what my dad did to me. Stop looking at me like I'm a monster! I'm so tired of all of this.
If you were just honest with us in the first place, like I asked you to be.
Honest?
Teaching that little psycho how to conjure up icicles. Just like Daddy. And when Cameron finds out what you did to his dad, which you will, he'll come for you.
I get the character motivation for Cindy to do that, but like, I was on your side until that point. Like,
The person I'm closest to is the one that can't be trusted.
this is the betrayal. Damn.
Maybe Sylvester should lead the JSA. He already has been.
Oh. You didn't need to say that. You didn't need to go there.
Fix it all, straighten out Cameron, and then present it to everybody all wrapped up in a neat little bow. Since we love it too much, we live for it. I mean, the line between Courtney Whitmore and Stargirl is blurry. My sister Mary. You know about her. Could change.
It's what I'm talking about. They're bringing up season 1 shit, which is awesome.
She kind of proved me wrong. But in the end...
Okay.
Icicle.
Calm down.
He convinced Brainwave to turn on my sister and my nephew. But I know you. And I trust your gut more than anything. So if you say he's a good kid who just needs some guidance, I'm on board.
Cool.
Don't try to do everything yourself.
Yep.
Because you can't.
That's like an actual important lesson for life.
Really?
And don't worry about the others.
Pat's like, well, my job's done. Yeah, the cameras. Oh, no. I don't want her to get hurt, though. Like, if she goes snoop around for the cameras, isn't that what happened to Sharp? Unlock doors again. Come on. Okay. Good, Beth. Good. Oh, even here. Wow. Don't look. Shit, dude. Is it a skull? I think it's a skull, right? If you look at it. So, Mr. Bones finally reviewed. Whatever. That was a good episode. Not that the others haven't been, but I feel like, you know, it was the climax of this whole Cindy going behind their backs thing. So, I really liked that emotional beat there. The fight scene obviously was pretty fun, but yeah, just the sort of aftermath of Cindy having to reveal what's been happening. I'm curious to see where she goes from here, because it feels like I don't know. I'm placing this way still. It feels like she's. Oh God, I got the wings. It feels like she's kind of tired of the bullshit. You know, she said that literally. So I'm curious to see where she goes. You know, is she going to go off on her own? Is she just going to hide out? Is she, you know, going to take a break and then come back? I really hope she comes back, obviously. I really like this arc of her trying, you know, her attempted redemption arc. You know, I have been a proponent for it, obviously. So I'm hoping she does come around eventually. I don't know how, because the damage is kind of done already, you know. All these guys, mainly Rick and Yolanda, are just so dogpiling on hate train for her. So I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna resolve that. I did like the part. I don't know. I'm kind of skipping around everywhere. Sylvester talking to Courtney was a really nice scene. You know, it's long overdue for him to like have a good moral, good lesson of the day, instead of just I'm angry all the time and I'm gonna do what I want. You know, I like that it was like, you know, I'm like you. I'm very impulsive. I'm very, you know, just gung-ho about things, and I want to do it all myself. But I like that he's taking a step back and realizing that's not the best thing to do all the time. And like I said, that's a really good life lesson in general. You know, it's something that I'm working on personally, is trusting other people to help me. You know, at work, I'm a supervisor, so a lot of the times I feel like I have to do everything myself. If I, you know, I feel like leading by example kind of thing is sort of the way to go. So I try to take on, maybe not more than I can chew, but I try to just do the most of the work so that others don't have to work as hard or, you know, go out of their comfort zone. But at the end of the day, I can only do so much. You know, I can't clone myself. I can't be in multiple places at once. So I have to trust other people to do things for me and to help me out with things. So, like I said, it's a lesson I'm learning myself and trying to grapple with these last couple of years, really. And I'm still working on it. So I like that this show is bringing that up. You know, it's not just a superhero thing. Like, you can't be only Stargirl. You know, it's like a real life lesson. You can't do things by yourself. But I do like that in the end, Sylvester is choosing to trust Courtney with Cameron. You know, and I hope that he can convince the others to come around eventually. It seems like Beth Well, this is a different thing. You know, at the end with Beth here and the cameras, this is completely unrelated. Well, it's involved, but you know, this is a separate thing than Cameron and Cindy and all that. You know, the frenemies stuff. You know, this is it's involved because of the gambler and what he's been uncovering and all that shit. But at the end of the day, it's not about who do you trust. You know, the friendship stuff. I mean, maybe it will be actually. Maybe, you know, we don't really know who Mr. Bones is, so maybe he's a shapeshifter. You know, I know a little bit about Mr. Bones, but like I don't know. Maybe the show's gonna do something different where it's not really some sort of organization. It's some sort of shapeshifter that's been here this whole time and like got into all these places. You know, basically, who knows what they're gonna do with the storyline. So maybe it is all involved in this frenemy stuff. Again, I mentioned a couple times throughout this episode that I've been rewatching season 1. We just finished season 1 on Saturday, I believe, Saturday night. And yeah, so like I said, Zeke was from season 1. He was the junkyard dealer that helped Pat out with some car parts. He was very toned down because season 1 was much more of a grounded show. Grounded. But, you know, he wasn't as eccentric as he was in season 2 and now. But also, like, even the bullies are the same actors, which I think is really interesting. So the only one is Jenny. Like, they have Jenny, and I think she was supposed to be like Bullet Jenny or Red Jenny, or I don't know. There was some sort of I think she's like a superhero in the comics. So I'm curious like why they dropped her from the plot line, but you know, they're bringing up a lot of stuff from season 1, like Gimmick Girl, Sylvester's sister. So they're bringing her back. So maybe they'll bring back other things that it'll be important to have rewatch season 1 and kind of get those fresh in your mind again. Beth and her parents. I'm kind of jumping all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get faster at these recaps. Beth and her parents. Again, I think there's a middle ground that they're not hitting yet. You know, she at first. I mean, just in general, you know, at first her parents were very distant from her. They weren't even like together. They were like very much, I'm at work all the time. I don't have time for my spouse or my kid. And then season 2 happens. You know, the fears kind of come realized and they almost happen. And then she brings them together and she lets them know, or they discover Dr. Midnight. And then they kind of go overboard with the love and affection, and they're too involved in her life. So she's pushing them away again. So I think she's in the wrong for pushing them away to the extent that she has. You know, they didn't make it clear if she blocked their numbers on the goggles or like on her phone. Because if it's the phone, like, you don't need to be going that far. You know, you just, like I said, you need to set up some boundaries, but you can't just like shut them out of your life completely, because that's just going to isolate them again. It's going to isolate yourself too. So I really hope she can find this middle ground of, especially with talking to Yolanda, you know, Yolanda's like, I wouldn't tell them either, but my parents are shit. So I hope that kind of sets some spark in motion for her to realize that, okay, my parents love me. They're trying to be here for me, but they can't be here for the Dr. Midnight stuff. You know, you can't just be an island. You have to have some sort of, it goes back to the Courtney's balance thing. You know, Courtney has this thing, you know, Courtney's a different case because she is the main character and she has to have her family know and all that shit. But it goes back to, you can't be Dr. Midnight all the time. You have to have a family life. You know, you can't just be Dr. Midnight. You have to have this normal Beth Chapel stuff going on too. So she needs to have her parents for that stuff. I get not wanting them involved with Dr. Midnight, and I hope, I don't know, I can see the show going either way as far as the resolution will be she does it like I'm saying and just has them in her life, and you know, she keeps Dr. Midnight separate. Or I could see the show going, okay, you can come in, you know, we can be a team together on this Dr. Midnight stuff, which I kind of don't want, because that's setting a bad example and message, I think. But also that's how she's gonna get her new outfit, so like maybe it needs to happen. But yeah, I just hope that she doesn't push them away too far. Rick with the hourglass, we didn't really get a lot of character development there, but I feel like we're going to get there eventually, of him being too addicted to the power, basically. You know, that's a classic trope. So, and I mean, they kind of even discussed it a little bit with the inhibitor limiter thing. Sylvester, and I think even Pat in season 1. Again, bring back season 1. They mentioned the limiter in season 1. Pat did. But, you know, they 24 hours a day, whatever. Permanent strength thing. It's helpful, yes, but he's a teenager with anger issues. You know, he needs to be in check about it. So I hope that he will get through that positively. What else? Yolanda and the church thing. I like that. I think I mentioned before, I like that when the heroes have to deal with religion and moral values and stuff. I've been rewatching a little bit of Daredevil though, and I feel like Daredevil does it better. So I'm just kind of like, ooh. But yeah, I mean, that's another thing. We haven't really gotten any like character development for Yolanda either. I feel like we've gotten hints of like, here's what Beth's storyline is, here's what Rick's storyline is. And I'm also kind of tempering my expectations because rewatching season 1, I realized while it was technically a JSA ensemble show, it's about Stargirl. So I need to temper my expectations for the show. Like, it is about Stargirl. You know, there is a supporting cast of characters that I want to get screen time and stuff going on for them. But at the end of the day, it's titled Stargirl. The show has never made any false claims about what it's supposed to be about. So with that in mind, I do think that Yolanda has kind of nothing going on this season. They have stuff, like, she's doing things, but I haven't really seen any, like, this is what I'm dealing with and this is what I hope to grow with. You know, we have Beth, where she hopes to find this balance with her parents and, you know, her relationship with that. She's very comfortable and confident in herself, but she needs to find this balance of work and stress and, you know, family and, you know, what's important to her. Rick, you know, his whole thing is this loner, and he needs to find peace. I don't know, like, to easily describe it, he needs to find peace. And so, you know, we got hints of that. I mean, like, it's very easily shown what his problem is the hourglass and strength, and, you know, great power comes great responsibility. Even Cindy, we have like hints of what's going on with her, and very explicitly after the fight, like, she doesn't want to become her dad, you know, pretty simple. Whereas with Yolanda, I don't think we've had a moment this season so far of like, this is what I'm dealing with. You know, we kind of mentioned her parents a little bit in her family life and how she is kind of avoiding them and, you know, taking on this wildcat role more, you know, her sort of moral compass, I guess. But we kind of dealt with that last season too, about her guilt of killing Brainwave, or, you know, not guilt over it, but her guilt over killing, I guess. And, you know, they kind of mention a little bit about that morality and liking violence maybe. But like, we haven't really had an explicit, like, this is what I'm dealing with this season. So I really hope we kind of hammer that home a little bit more this season. Anyways, I'm not even going to talk about Mike and Jakim. Interesting, this is the first episode without the Crocs. They got mentioned, but, you know, for, like, I assumed they would have been shoehorned in, so I don't know what happened with that. Yeah, I'm done talking. The grandparents are creepy. I like that the grandma's like, let's kill everyone. And then the grandpa's like, no, we got to let sleeping dogs lie. So yeah, leave your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you guys think of this episode? I'm done talking. I've been talking too long. I got to watch one more episode, and then another one will come out by the time I watch that. So very busy week for Stargirl, but that's good. I'm doing some catch-up game. Thanks for watching. Leave the comments down below. Goodbye. Oh my God.